I think that obviously that'll give Logano the free pass, but yet at the same time, I mean, you don't want to be, you want to be able to get on pit road and get out that way without, maybe beat some cars out instead of having to get a free pass.
Did you see how much better Priest's car rotates that 5/8 mark? He can get to the throttle car. That means the car's rotated and ready to get back on the throttle much sooner than Chastain was. He's touched the wall a little bit.
Oh, he ran loose off a 4.
All clear behind, all clear.
This is not going to plan for Clint Bowyer right now.
No, if he doesn't win this stage, it's not going to end well for him.
Green and white
really
checkered
close.
flag in the air. Stage winner is
Dylan.
Wow. How about that?
When this stage ended, but he just couldn't make it happen, and now falling to the field.
Dylan Hart Jr. running in the 10th position, who right along with the helmets on board. And out of 4, Jeremy Clements is going to win stage 2 here at Bristol. Handily.
That is a great.
This has been a really clever and sophisticated opening stage from Wallace and Buscher, as they've just very carefully worked their way forward. And now look at Buscher pushing Berry in the 4. Final lap of stage 1. Pushes him out and jumps to the high side, but no help for the 17. The 4 likes this, but he doesn't want to get too far out. There'll be one more run coming off the nose of this too. A big push coming to the 17.
Buscher had to put a big block.
Josh Berry wins stage 1, and he has been at the front ever since the start.
Of 3, turn 3.
And a spin in turn 2, and it's Kyle Busch.
And it's down. The right rears finally blew out on him. I don't think he's the only one. Denny Hamlin was in trouble getting into 3.
Ty Gibbs is going to get his first career stage win in the NASCAR Cup Series.
Christopher Bell and the pole winner Kaz Gralla in the single file line, top 4.
We're going to see a different flag from the flagman here than we've ever seen before. It's going to be green and white as Christopher Bell makes the move on the outside.
That move would have never been made a year ago, Phil. They would have just bided their time, rode in line, nothing to gain at this point a year ago. This is what stage racing is all about. There's 10 points on the line and one precious playoff point here for the guy that wins this stage. Oh, and they're going to crash. Bell and Moffitt contact, and the caution is out. And for the
To do, Parker. Just not close enough to make the move down in the loop, but he gets right to the rear bumper of Daniel Suarez as they're coming into the carousel. If he can get to that rear bumper, maybe take some air off the rear end of that 19, get him a little bit loose and get that run out of this corner. You see him get a good run and use all the racetrack off the carousel, Jeff.
Suarez did a nice job of maintaining speed in the carousel. You saw the 78 beat him up bad getting in the inner loop. Only 2 corners left where Daniel Suarez is trying to hold Martin Truex off. Can Martin make a move on the inside? Suarez blocking, not letting him make that move.
Oh, the 78 lit it up out of turn 6. This is going to be the first stage win for Daniel Suarez in the 19, and he does hold Martin Truex off for the stage 2 victory. Well done.
Blaney outside of McDowell. Hold your breath.
Big gap on that outside. See him locked together on the bottom.
3 wide. Is that Reddick moving up? And Gilliland and Logano on the bottom, trying to steal some points here. Michael McDowell started from pole. Here he comes to the end of stage 1. He gets the green and white checkered flag.
Green and white, go till I tell you.
Blaney, Chastain.
He's driving away just a little bit. Larson too far back to make a move.
And Bagman, a great point you brought up. A playoff point is out there for SVG, who's running full-time in the Xfinity Series. He's already locked himself into the playoffs, but every playoff point he can gain, that puts him that much further into the playoffs when they get underway. Shane Van Gisbergen wins stage 1 in Chicago.
This isn't over yet, by the way.
Yeah, well, we remember how stage 1 ended, right? Blaney's not going away.
Blaney might try to free him up the same way the 6 freed him up. Oh, he's get really loose right there.
Wasn't from the lack of trying, was it?
Nope, wasn't from a lack of effort.
Congratulations, Darrell Wallace Jr., stage 2 winner.
There you saw Tanner Gray, as Phil mentioned. There's a battle between teammates. Chandler's going to grab that spot, maybe.
John Hunter's hanging tough on the outside. He's going to give way now, though.
That's for 5th.
And what really worked, we know how far back Chandler Smith started in this race because of issues qualifying. That great pit call by Danny Stockman to put tires on during that stage has him running up now in the top 5 as this stage ends.
Parker Kligerman restarted 14th.